Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hedgen Lee with a morning update for Bitcoin. Today I'm going to go the reverse, long term to short term instead of short term to long term. And to begin with, I'm going to do the MACD assessment as well first. So this is the daily chart. I had put out the red circle here, giving the potential for this to turn, just like it had it over here as well. And this white line, which is a 12-day moving average, has started turning. It's pretty much sitting on the red line. If we get a downward decisive break of the red line, the 26-day moving average, by the 12-day moving average, which is white line, then we are reverting back to a situation similar to this. Doesn't mean we're going to crash as much. No, I don't think so, no. I have seen many times where you do get it and then it comes right back up, down and back up again, usually in a bull trend. Just like in a bearish trend, goes back up, down again, up and down again. So it is not the end of the world to see the MACD white line cross back down and then naturally come back up again. The 9-day histogram has not yet gone negative, in other words, below the zero. And the trend line of the 9-day histogram could go like this, and the second trend line could be like this. I'm looking at the bottoms of the histograms. So it is potential that histogram could reach below here and then come back up positive. So that is something to consider because of this trend line, but it only has 2 points so far. But still, if it does come down and go negative, it may come down to the minus 100 zone. Meanwhile, this will further decrease and then turn back up. Whether it turns, now the low at 5,900 was way down here and the 7,290 was down here. Whether this line goes below this level is a key question. I don't know. So let's keep an eye on this. It is potential for this to cross back down, but I'm not calling for a crash. Not necessarily, no. Now here is that longer term A, B, C, D, E. And I believe even if the MACD did cross down, it'll fit into this perspective because this A, let me zoom in here. Here is A, which is, I believe, a zigzag. ABC will be a zigzag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A is here. B is down here, I think. And B wave always has 3 waves. And those 3 waves will be so far A, B, and C, the subwaves of the red B. And that C could be somewhere around, let's say, 7,700 or so to 7,800. And that A ABCB, and then we'll have to move this to the right because time has elapsed. Would then rise back up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulse. Like so. Because C waves in an ABC always have 5 subwaves, unless it's composed of a complex combination type. So here A, B for ABC for the white subwaves is now in progress based on this model. And we still then arrive at that critical juncture of 9,700 or so, 94, 5, 6, 700 in this zone range, as to whether the price will break out here or continue back down to the mid 7,000s to put in the E. And so this oscillation of the price will probably drive the oscillation of this down, up, and probably E wave, and then up. So I hope you see how all of that could potentially jive. And this ABC, if this white A, B, and C is currently in progress, how many subwaves should we see in this white C wave? Okay, I think that's the next step where we'll go to the short term. So here is a short term showing this white ABC. ABC. So we have the A, B, and C. Put it into the correct degree. And here will be the blue D, where the target will be at around probably 96, 9,700. And that, so this is the ABC of here, A, B, C, 9,700 or so. Okay, so I'm focusing on this area right now for the short term, right here. So if this, I'm going to get rid of the line so you can see better. This had 5 waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means this white ABC will probably be a zigzag, most likely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When A wave has 5 subwaves, the ABC becomes a zigzag, which is why they call it 5, 3, 5. All right, now let's dissect this a little further. So this, I'll change this back to red. So this red B from A to B has to have 3 subwaves. This B I put in as white ABC. And if I do that, I can say A, B, and C. And make that white to reflect. I hope you're following me so far. It shouldn't be too hard to follow. So now we have the ABC shown. right here, white B, white C. And then we also do the red A, B, and C, and the blue D. You can see the blue D right here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Now, if this is a ABC three-wave subwaves of the big red B, the white C needs to have 5 subwaves. Every C wave has to have 5 subwaves. How many do we have? Let's see. 1, 2, I think 3 is almost done. 3, probably 4 will come back here, and then 5. Like so. So we have 5 subways of the white C of B. And I think most of today and tonight will be used time-wise to first finish the blue 3, put in the blue 4, and then the 5. If you check the Fibonacci retracement of this, you'll see that 5 is at 0.781. Okay, so it will have retraced 0.781. Should I put it this way maybe? No, I'll do this so otherwise you can't see the waves. And once this red B is complete with the completion of the white C, which needs the blue 3, 4, and 5 complete, we'll then start the very noticeable impulse. I'm sorry, no, this, yeah, A, B, C. So this is red C, yes, which will have its 5 waves up. To complete the D into the mid 9,000s. I know it was little bit convoluted, but not too much. You should have been able to follow me from the longer term to now the short term. And this whole thing, we know how much Bitcoin loves wedges, not wedgies, wedges. And this whole ABC, the B, red B part, I believe would look also like a downward pointing wedge as well. I'm going to make it yellow for now. Sorry, I pause every now and then to take a snapshot of the chart to use for the summary section of the posting. It takes a lot of time. And then I have to edit. No worries. So let's look out to see if the final B wave and the white C subwave completes in the next day or so. May even take a couple days. All right. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope it will help to augment your due diligence. And as always, I hope I have earned the right to ask you for your upvotes. Thank you and have a great, great day.